Hello, for my research project, I chose Science, Technology, and the Environment by Isabel Lotta. My presentation is about how artists mix nature with science and technology. I chose this theme because I think it's honestly very cool how art isn't just something we hang on a wall. It can actually interact with nature and change how everybody sees the world, especially me. And this is exactly what I want. I want to show you how I see how it changes the world. For my meaning, I think it honestly connects nature with human made materials and tools. Also, artists use land, air, water, anything like tech. They just have creative ways in making a piece of art stand out. Some are permanent. It's honestly how what comes into their mind about what they want to do. This makes us think about honestly the environment. It shows how artists mix nature elements like land and water with materials like steel or glass. It's a cool way to make people stop and think about the world around them. For the picture I chose the bean in Chicago. I also chose this because honestly, it just stands out. It's just a bean in the middle of Chicago City. Like, that's just amazing. And it's just the way it looks. It just, honestly, you can see the reflection in everything. It's like a part of the city. Like it's not supposed to be there, but it is. If that makes sense. I chose Christo and Jeanne-Claude, The Gates. Honestly, it was just beautiful. It stood out. This piece was made in Central Park of New York City in 2005. It had 7,503 saffron colored gates. These were vinyl still, but looked soft and flowing, and that's what they wanted. Their reputation was honestly the same design over and over, which created a rhythm for them, and it just felt like a season, as it was temporarily. Um, they made a huge outdoor installation. Obviously, if you could see in the picture, the gates they use industrial materials like steel, but the moving fabric made it feel light and natural. It only lasted 16 days, which honestly it made everything feel like a season that comes and goes. For my second one, I chose Frank Lloyd Wright, and he designed the Falling Water. This was built in 1935 over a waterfall in Pennsylvania. It was just to honestly it blends with the environment. It just feels natural. It's a part of the nature, and it's honestly it just fits in. This is used concrete to make balconies, and they wanted it to feel like a floating balcony, which honestly that's how it looks. It just a feel. They wanted to balance the and unity with the surroundings, which obviously they wanted it to feel like part of the forest. These buildings stretch over the waterfall using concrete. He believed buildings should fit into the land and not just on top of it, which makes so much sense. For my picture, I did kind of want it to be coming from the tree so that it looks as how I explained it, where it fits into the forest and it just looks so beautiful. And as you can see, the two balconies, they float and they just don't look city-ish, as if that makes sense. They look very natural and popping. For my third, I chose Robert Smithson. He created the spiral jetty. This was built in 1970 in the Great Salt Lake in Utah. He honestly only used rocks, dirt, and salt, which is earthwork to him on what he called it. He used this building with machines, but only with natural stuff like the rocks, dirt, and salt, as I mentioned. It changed over time with water, salt levels, and honestly, that's what represents the whole story. It was a land art that literally spirals into the lake. Smithson used bulldozers to build it, but it's made from natural stuff over time. It changed with the water and salt, so it never stayed exactly the same, which made it more meaningful to me because over the years and over the times, it just stood out. It never defeated the purpose, it just stood out. I chose Cloudgate the Bean. This was made in 2004 in Chicago. Polished stained steel reflects sky plus people. This was built with 3D software plus 168 steel plates, which that is crazy. It is a curved, futuristic shape. So that's honestly how he kind of wanted it to be, but he wanted it to fit in as well. It has an interactive art. People walk all around it. It's made from high-tech stainless steel and designed using computers, which is amazing. Honestly, what's cool is it reflects the environment, so it literally becomes part of the city and the sky, and also you. That's why I chose this picture. This is under the bean, and it honestly, you could just see people from all over the place. Even if they're not even in your reflection, you could still see them, which is amazing. Honestly, these themes matter to me because these artists combine nature and tech into their paintings. And not even paintings, just beautiful arts, everything. Their work makes us see how our world is different. Some pieces are permanent and others change or disappear, which still makes a purpose. Art reminds us to think about our impact on the planet. All of these artists show that art is connected to the life, the environment, and even technology. Whether it's a house in the woods or a shiny sculpture in a city, the goal is to make people think about how we treat the world around us. And these are why I chose these artists, because they stood out to me the most. They made me honestly just amazed and just appalled. I just wanted to honestly see more into the research. They have even more prettier and awesome art, but these that I showed you guys stood out so much to me. And I'm hoping that it stood out to you guys too. Thank you so much for watching my PowerPoint on all my themes. Thank you so much.